There's plenty of space for the front occupants in the GLS. There's also lots of glass area on the front windows of the vehicle, and seeing out of the rear of the vehicle, it's pretty easy since you do have pretty square windows back there, and you don't really have a sloping roof line like how you'll find in a lot of vehicles nowadays. And it really does help that you do have that 360-degree view camera. The gauges in the instrument cluster have a very traditional looking setup. We have your tachometer on the right, and then your speedometer on the left. And then you have your driver information center right there. Now it's all controlled by the buttons on the steering wheel, of course, and it shows you various amounts of vehicle information such as your odometer, digital speedometer, then your trip information, eco display, your fuel range and your fuel consumption, all that good stuff. Then you have your Navi, which shows you your direction of travel. Up here on the upper left-hand corner, you have your exterior temperature readout, and then your digital clock in the upper right-hand corner. Then you have your audio. You could change your audio source from here. It shows you what radio station is playing. Then you have your Bluetooth phone connectivity. You can answer telephone calls. Then you have your driver assistance. You could turn a lot of the stuff on or off, like the blind spot detection, all that good stuff. Then you have your tire pressure monitoring, shows you any warning messages, settings from the instrument cluster to the lighting, vehicle, and your convenience. These controls are for your 3-stage heated seats and ventilated front seats. You also do have that for the driver and the front passenger. You have your parking sensors off button, automatic start stop, so when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, the engine will actually shut off to save a little bit of fuel. And then you also do have your traction control off button, of course. One thing I'm not a huge fan about is where the climate controls are placed, and I really don't like the buttons. They're pretty small in my opinion. They're really not well placed in this vehicle, but you do have dual zone automatic climate control. You have your temperatures for the dials, as you can see. Then you have your fan speeds, different zones, rear window defroster, front window defroster. And then you can also change the airflow. And you can control many of the climate settings from up here on the command interface. Alright, now coming to the main head unit in the infotainment system. This is the command interface for Mercedes. It's also been upgraded for the 2017 model year, and you also do have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay now. Now, let's get to the navigation system. I really do love the graphics and the rendering behind the command interface, but it does take a little bit of time to get used to. The map quality is pretty good on the navigation system. It's kind of like a little Google Earth, and to zoom in and out, you have to do it by the dial right here. And everything is pretty much controlled by the dial and this touchpad on the command interface. We also do have live traffic, and it shows you your traffic incidents. And you have a compass, and it also shows you info on the navigation system too. And then you can enter in your destination by manually putting in the address, or from your points of interest. You could do a keyword search, and it also shows you your position. You can go straight to your position if you would like, if you just do where am I. And then your options, you can change the map orientation, the content, your personal points of interest, and then your route settings. Coming to radio, your different media sources include Sirius satellite radio, and you also do have AM, FM, of course, and internet radio, and HD radio too. Now you can also, if you don't want to go straight to these menus from the dial right here, you could just go from right here on these buttons. And I really do like these buttons. However, I don't like this for the telephone. This is kind of dated looking. Mercedes has been using this for quite a while now, and it's not really all that user friendly. Coming to your different media sources, you have your USB port, and then Bluetooth streaming audio, and then your CD player, which I'm actually surprised they're still doing now. And then you have your SD card slot, which is your memory card. Then you also do have your telephone. You have your Mercedes-Benz mobile website, internet favorites. It also shows you your address book. You can enter in your contacts, and then you have your Apple CarPlay, Sirius weather, phone info. You also do have your seat settings right here. There's many different ways you could change your seat if you would like the seat service, the backrest sides, the lumbar, and then you also do have a massage function, which I found to be kind of a gimmick. Then you have your dynamic select, shows you your vehicle data, such as what mode you're in, shows you all the information about that. Then your engine data. Then you have your individual configuration as well. Then you have your 360-degree view camera settings that you could change for that, of course. Fuel consumption data gives you a little bar graph. And then you have your operator's manual, so you can look pretty much anything up about the vehicle. And then you have your time that you could change as well. Coming to system settings, you could change the language, display, voice control, text, reader speed, touchpad, and your 360-degree camera. And then you have your Wi-Fi hotspot, and then you can activate your Bluetooth if you like. Overall, love the command interface. Like I said, it takes a little bit of time to get used to. It's not the most user-friendly infotainment system and head unit out there. Driving the GLS here, the best part about driving this vehicle is it's very relaxed and it's very quiet highway ride. And it's whisper quiet at highway speeds, I have to say. And it provides a very comfortable and a very smooth ride with luxury car ease. And it soaks up the road bumps and smoothens out the road imperfections. The 4.7 liter bi-turbo V8 certainly provides lots of power for this vehicle. There's no need for more power, but you can go for a high performance version. And the 9-speed automatic transmission is much better than what you will find in the old GL models with the 7-speed automatic. It's much more responsive this time around. Overall, driving the GLS, it's quite a joy to drive. The steering and the handling is pretty good. It has that European kind of feel, and it feels pretty nimble around corners. Now, is it the sportiest SUV in the class? No, but it's certainly one of the better handling full-size SUVs. All right, and let's go ahead and shut down the GLS. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Power tailgate. It's a pretty fast-moving liftgate. Now the seats back here, the third row, they do fold down just by the push of a button. Easy as that. Then you also do have your cargo cover right here and a 12-volt power outlet. Now when you fold the seats down, it does create a lot more cargo space. There's not a whole lot of cargo space when you have all the seats up, however. Build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. You also do have manual sunshades for the second row. Now, sitting back here in the GLS certainly provides enough space for 3 adults. There's a decent amount of legroom and a pretty good amount of headroom. However, it certainly isn't the most spacious full-size luxury SUV. You do have dual map pockets back here, rear air vents, and automatic climate control, and you have heated rear seats, and then your DVD player. Then you have your video jacks down there. And then you have your TV screens, Blu-ray players back here. And we also do have a manual or a rear center armrest with cup holders and rear adjustable headrests that are manual. And then you also do have second row reclining seats. All right. Now this second row seats also do fold down, 60-40 split. And to get into the third row, you actually have to pull this seat up and follow the steps given. And you can hop right into the third row. And then you also do have cup holders back here. Power passenger seat with power recline and power lumbar. Glove box compartment lined with felt. So with its updated styling, features, and powertrains, the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLS remains a pretty solid choice for a full-size luxury SUV. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.